Good morning, critters. How's everyone doing today? Great day. Again, it's not too hot outside. Things are starting to feel like fall. Soon the leaves are going to start to change. Colors are going to pop up everywhere. This unbearable heat will be behind us, and we'll have snowy days to look forward to. Are you excited? Do you look forward to winter? Do you like being huddled around a fire, cuddling close with the one you love, your soulmate? I tell you, I love wintertime. I love it. Warm, snuggly feeling, taking a deep breath of that cold, crisp air. It's my favorite time of the year. Don't get me wrong, I love to garden. I love being out in the sun. I love playing outside. But waking up to a sheet of snow, unbroken, clean and crisp, seeing the air in front of you as you breathe out, little puffs of smoke. I love that feeling. Putting those mittens on, getting the scarf around your neck. I look forward to winter. All right. Let's take a look at our lovely ladies. Let's see how they're doing this morning. What are they up to? It looks like they're just hanging around, living life, being sweet little girls. I went out today to clean up their area a little bit, make sure they had plenty of water and food. And I think a couple of them are starting to molt. They're starting to, you know, shed some feathers, get new feathers in, and they're looking pretty ragged, some of them. But it's something they go through every year, you know. They shed some feathers, they pluck them out themselves, they grow new ones. When I first encountered it, I thought my chickens were sick. I didn't know what to do. This was a long time ago, about 8, 9 years ago. And I got a little scared. I was wondering what was going on with my chickens. They're bald. But I found out it's natural. It's what they do. Molting. So we're going to this fall build a couple of roosts for them. One to go inside the coop to replace the one that's there, so they can have a nice place to sleep during the winter. Chickens like to sleep huddled close to one another, mostly on roosts, which are basically just pieces of wood that they perch on. And, they like different tiers. So right now they've got a 3-tier level roost, two down low, one high in the middle, and they perch on that when they're inside the coop. There's plenty of room in that coop for all of them to fit. 14 girls, and those 2 front doors open up and fold back for when I want to clean it out, make sure everything is nice and clean inside. And yeah, we're gonna make sure that they have a nice, warm, cozy winter in that chicken coop. Right now they're sleeping. They like to sleep on the outside, right outside that front door, that side door rather. About half of them just sit right there, right where that lovely lady is peeking out of the door. They just sit there. They gather there at night, about 7 or 8 of them, and they just watch the world. That's how they hang. and the rest of them are inside the coop. But during winter, want to uh, they'll want to get inside to stay warm and make sure that they're not open to predators and things like that. Now the whole coop is enclosed. It's about 10 feet high of chicken wire all around. There's a big gate. You can see it over there on the left-hand side, some of it. And I'll probably have to do a walkthrough of the coop area with you guys. Do a little first-person cam out there. We've got to get the yards in better shape and clean up some messes there, get it ready for winter. I've got to get a dumpster so I can unload all of the stuff that we've accumulated throughout the year and get it out of here and just make sure everything's all clean and spick and span so we can start the new year fresh. But we'll get to that. Once the heat is finally gone and we've got that month or so that's comfortable weather, we'll clean up the yard and get that ready to go. But that's our girls. They're over there eating their mash. And the girls get all kinds of treats. I shred up some zucchinis from our garden for them. They love the seeds. I sprout some barley seeds, a tray of barley seeds for them every other day. So they got plenty of sprouts. And, they pay it back. They lay wonderful eggs. I have not had to buy eggs from the grocery store 7 years. The eggs they lay, we put some aside in a lime and glass them, and they'll last us through the winter. Right now, we've got 230 eggs set aside for winter, for when the girls stop laying. During the winter, chickens tend to slow down on laying eggs. They don't lay all the time like they do in the summertime. So we've put some eggs aside. We're all set for winter. 230 eggs. That should keep us going for a few months of baking and breakfasts. And, we're not going to have to scrimp by and not have that omelet for fear of not having any eggs. Told my kids, if you take care of your animals will take care of you. And that's what these girls do. They take care of us. Pretty soon we're going to have to get out there and harvest some grapes. We're going to make some grape jam, some grape jelly. We've still got grape juice from last year down there on the shelves. Good stuff. Nothing like a big glass of fresh grape juice. It's so much more flavorful and full than the grape juice you get in the store that's just watered down. We make all kinds of things. Blueberry scones. I've tried to grow blueberries here, but they don't really respond well. They don't like the climate. But yeah, as far as the grapes, I was thinking grapes in my mind, and all of a sudden it just hopped over to blueberry scones. I don't know why. But so much good stuff. I love to garden, I love to grow things, but this year we had some life events take place, and I didn't get to garden as much as I would have liked to. But I just got a new watering system in for the greenhouse. We're going to get a timer for the water. And this spring, it's all going to be automated. We're going to clean out our greenhouse, make it nice and easy to walk through. Our goal is to set up sort of a victory garden. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the victory garden. Let me see if I can pull up a picture and show you all what that is. Let's see. Victory garden is a term that was coined back in the World Wars, where I'm not sure if you're aware, but grocery stores are a new invention. Grocery stores are, in the big scheme of things, rather new. For the majority of time, when you needed a vegetable or something, you went out in your own garden and you got it. You dug it up, you grew it yourself. Grocery stores really started to become big back in the 40s and 50s, right after the war, when everyone was moving towards the big cities to get the jobs to support the war effort. There became a need to get the food to the people in the cities. And they were packing more and more people into the cities. There wasn't enough room for people to have gardens. Apartment buildings were growing up, and there literally wasn't a yard to grow it in. And people needed food. And the best way to get that food was to have a store get it for you. And you would then go to the store. It used to be that you would go to the store, you'd hand them your list, and they would go grab the stuff for you and put it in a bag, and there you were. And then they started to let the customers go and grab their own. And then came the shopping cart. The shopping cart was invented to let people gather more groceries while they shopped. And the funny note on that, when the shopping cart first started, the inventor didn't think people would pick up on the idea. So he hired people to push shopping carts around in his store to show people how it worked. And at first, it was just a small trolley that you would put your own basket on and push that around. And then that evolved into the shopping cart that we know today. But we want to we're hoping, our plan is that for next spring, we plant up a good victory garden. Let's see if I can pop this sucker in. There we go. This is a victory garden. It's basically rows of different vegetables that you plant up. Different things: carrots, cabbage, lettuce, corn, beets, all types of things. And during the World War, the government promoted this type of a garden for people to grow everything that they would need. And that they handed out pamphlets and training material and all types of things to teach people how to grow food in a garden. In fact, they promoted the keeping of chickens, even in urban areas. Uh, they suggested that a family of 4 should keep at least 3 chickens. And the chickens would keep pests under control, uh, eat kitchen scraps, and give you, 2 eggs a day. Now, I've got 14 chickens out there, and we get anywhere from 6 to 12 eggs a day, most days. And we eat them. Let me tell you. Uh, I have a son, and believe me, he loves to eat. So we definitely use the eggs. And a fresh egg from a chicken that you raise yourself is so much tastier than an egg you get from the grocery store. So much. If you crack them open side by side, you can see the difference right away. Definitely you can. The yolk is so much more vibrant. The shells are thicker. Just so much more in that one egg than the eggs you get from the grocery store. So much more flavor, more nutrition. It's just wonderful. I will always have chickens now. Always. So that's my chicken rant. So let's leave our lovely ladies to their work. Let them relax and see what else there is to talk about today. What else is going on in the world today? Not drama, mind you. I don't really want to focus on drama. Just stuff. Just stuff. Let's pull up the tube of view and see about any good videos. I've really gotten into watching the baby videos where the creator uses AI to put his and his girlfriend wife's voice onto the babies, and then they talk, and it's just I mean their conversations are funny to begin with, but then you take that and you put it on these little kids. It's just so adorable cute. Let's see. I showed one yesterday, about the joke, the Mrs. Hippie joke. Let's bring it on up. We'll show that one again. Let's see. Where are you? There we go. Okay. Let's get it ready. Yeah, here we go. These guys, they're adorable.
I have a joke.
You have a joke?
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if I want to hear it.
Are you ready?
Is it lame?
No, it's
Are
good.
you sure?
I promise.
You're not going to waste my time?
No.
You have a joke?
Yes. Okay,
Okay.
You ready? What do you call a hippie's wife?
A what?
A hippie's wife.
What do you call a hippie's wife?
Uh-huh.
A hippie's wife.
Uh-huh.
What do you call a hippie's wife?
Take a guess.
Is it funny?
Yes, I think it's hilarious.
What do you call a hippie's wife?
Uh-huh.
Hippies don't have wives.
No. They
Her
have
sister.
wives. No, not her sister.
Their sister?
No, not their sister. No
What do you
sisters were
call a
involved.
hippie's wife? Hippies get married?
Apparently, yeah. And they have a title.
Okay, what's the title?
The title is, are you ready?
Yes.
Mississippi.
What?
Mrs. Hippie, Mississippi. I have a joke.
You have
for
a joke?
Yeah. Okay.
That was just cute. Mississippi. I mean, it's a funny joke in and of itself, but when you put it on these little kids and they act it out like this, it's just so stinking adorable. And then we have some others where we watch, let's see. Baby Elvis. I could watch this stuff all day long. So adorable. So cute. We'll do one more.
Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
So cute. So stinking cute. You can't tell me that is not cute. Oh my goodness. Ah. All right. Let's get into it. We are going to try to finish the Neverhood today. We have to find out how to get that last button on the teleportation chair active. And that should end the story. So let's see. Let's see. Let's start her up. There it is. Okay. Okay, we're going to load up our game. All right. Now we're going to go back to the beginning and do a little research and something that we may have to do to unlock some of these things. There's no way you could possibly know that you need to do them. So we got to get across the chasm. So we're going to raise up the bridge. I think there's something we need to do here. I'm going to grab my pen and paper here. We need to know the sequence of events here. There we are, back at the beginning. Yep, back at the beginning. Okay. So I've drawn out all of these characters in order and which one has the special noise on it, because we're going to need that, I believe. No, not quite where we want to go. Sometimes I am told that if we go to the mailbox down here, it'll have a hint. You should give up, Claude. Ding dong, the Willie's dead. Holborg says that he wants you to wear his crown. Oh. He's not in the right spot. Not quite sure what we're missing here. Okay, I have to go and pause for a moment to take something out of the oven. I will be right back. While I'm gone, let's go ahead and put on a little entertainment for you guys.
Mr. T will return after these messages.
Now, it's here. The excitement, the adventure of a new force at breakfast.
We'll call them C-3POs.
New C-3PO cereal from Kellogg's. Twin rings, phase together. For 2 crunches in every double O. A delicious part of this nutritious breakfast. Now you can experience the taste of Kellogg's C-3POs. A crunchy new force at breakfast.
May the Force be with you.
Clover Star, our plan man! He's escaping in the Viper glider! Joe, catch him!
The G.I. Joe Falcon glider, flying high in the sky, sailing through the air. He's America's fighter. G.I. Joe can fly. He's a real American hero, flying high in the sky. He's chasing Cobra in a desperate race, soaring and diving in a great sky chase.
You did it, Joe!
G.I. Joe Falcon glider and Cobra Viper glider sold separately. Figures included from Hasbro.
Now stay tuned for The Amazing Spider-Man and the Incredible Hulk. A bad guy poses as Spider-Man and goes on a crime spree, but can he fool the Spider friends? Next. Tonight on Different Strokes, will Willis be voted prom queen? Then on Jennifer Slept Here, Jennifer says yes to an old flame, but will she say I do? Be there.
You know, they don't make TV like they used to. They just don't. Okay. I don't know what it is, but something about 80s, early 90s television, you don't get anymore. Pour a little drink here. I've got my water. I've got my creamy coconut Dr. Pepper. But I'm not quite sure what we need to do here. We've completed everything in this part that I know of. There's got to be something that we're missing on the other side. I'm just not sure what it is. And we've got to go down through the tunnel again to get to the other side. We'll run through, we'll see if we can figure it out. And if we can, great, but if we can't, we'll take a break from this game and we'll play a couple of other classics. And we'll take a look at the game Nori suggested, Last Half of Darkness, Shadows of Night. I found out that that's actually a trilogy horror game. Now, the one that she knew about was published in '92. But I found out that the game actually is a trilogy, and it started in 1988 for MS-DOS. And I got copies of it. I was able to find copies of the game. So we're going to have a little throwback here. Going to travel all the way back to 1988. We're going to shock it with 1.21 gigawatts of power, get up to 88 miles an hour, and we're going to travel back in time to 1988 and play The Last Half of Darkness. All right, now we don't need the gun. We already did the gun. We got the symbols, so we're good there. We're going to go down the stairs. Oh, we turned off the radio when we pulled on the ring. That was my fault. Yep. When we pulled on the ring, we turned off the radio. So we've got to go turn on the radio again. If I can get up the stairs. Actually, you know what? Let's just reload. There we go. So... Oh, we can go there now. Let's go. Let's look out the window. A balloon. And we're still missing 2 discs. Let's watch here and see.
Yow! Sheesh! My, this baby packs a wallop.
Alright, so this is where the crown was stolen.
Throne room. Yow! Sheesh! My, this baby packs a wallop. What's this? Frozen solid. It seems this crown does more than give you reign over the Neverhood. It's also your secret to life. What a pity.
Glug right about that. Without his crown, Holborg stuck in a big, helpless sleep. Ooh, that clog scare me.
Oh.
Things look icky, but maybe hope. Maybe. A life seed. Holborg boo-boo with clog. Clog go all stinky bad, but Willie know what to do. Yes. Ooh, me hope Clog no find out about this.
Ah.
Happy birthday!
And that's how we got to be where we are. Well, that's good. Now we know the full story of how we got there, what our purpose is. Okay. So that's where we just were. We can go there. Or here. What's over here? We can pop the balloon and get the key. So I think that's what we need to do. Let's do that. Because I'm pretty sure we can't get in the other door without a key. We need elevator music. Doop 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 doop. La 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 la. Okay, let's go grab that key. Pretty sure we just need to go forward, then to the side. Where did the door go? There it is. And there's our mouse with cheese and okay, let's write this down. 12910. Hmm. One, two, 9, 10. Could be 12, 9, 10. That's probably what it is. This one, I think, goes in 9. We need to find... We've got this one. We need to find this key and that key. Where they were, I do not know. Let's see, we got anything else on the floor here? I didn't see any other keys laying anywhere. Hmm. I know one thing we haven't done. I recall the one thing that we haven't done yet. When we let go of the nail and the two halves of the world shifted back together, it brought that track to meet. And we haven't explored that track. So let's go and explore the track. I really like how the game makes you go all the way back to the beginning or very close to the beginning to solve puzzles at the end. It's not all right in front of you. It involves the whole of the game all the time. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that cart was over here by the first monster. Yep, there it is. All right. Now, here's where it ended last time. And this is someplace we haven't been to before. right. Okay. That's got to be one of the keys we need. No, no, go back. Come on. We want to get out. Maybe I have to go back behind this one. Is that an exit? How do I... A bit overcast today, but that's good. How do we? Let's see. Is there another way? Now, if we go down, we get to the button. Yeah, we've done that. We don't need to do that again. Can we grab the music box again? No. Let's see. I want to put that disc in. We need to go to the H room.
I declare myself Clog, ruler of the Neverhood.
What have I done?
And we still need that last disc. How do we get that last disc? There's got to be a way to get it. We are so very close to the end. We need one last disc, one key, and I think that we can solve that puzzle, the 12, 9, 10. Just got to figure out how to get that disc and key. Maybe we need to go on this. Right. Well, that ride. Let's look at our map here. Radio, the penthouse, black, and the beakers. What was at the end of the beakers? Let's save this real quick. Just so I don't accidentally drop this down the drain. We want to go up. There's the beakers. And it's a dead end. Okay, so that doesn't help us. And the other 3 locations, they're not going to help us either. So this is a bust. All right, so that doesn't do anything. That part of it is done. So we kind of have to go this route. Trying to eliminate all of the places that we don't need to go. I didn't hear the song play on any of those. Let's see. Let's try it again. It's funny, deep in that static, you can hear the sound of the pipes from the pipe house playing. Well, I didn't hear the music, but the door's open, so... There's got to be a way for us to get to that red room. Okay, notes. Uh-oh. Too much on that. That should do it. Hmm. Okay, we're back to the teleportation chair. And let's see. We're here. That's the nail. This is the underground. And I don't think there's any way out of this room other than the chair. So this one's a bust. We can eliminate that from the list. We'll double check that. Yep, the nail. That is just this screen and where the chain was. So we can eliminate that from the list. So these two are done. That's the room. It's got to be here. It's got to be something here that we've missed. That's back where we came. What is this? Oh boy. This is something we need to... I've got these symbols written down. Yeah. Did we stop it at the right one? Got that one. That one. No. No. Yeah, that's the right one. That's the right one. Now we need that one. Starburst. That one, yeah. Now the... That one. Now this one has the noise on it. This one's the musical note. Pizza cutter. All right. Something went wrong. Maybe the one with the noise? All right, let's start again. Yawn. Starburst is next. Now this is the one with the noise. It's that symbol, but that symbol has to have a noise on it. We'll just put that symbol there because it's the noise. Maybe it's supposed to switch out. Musical note. Pizza cutter. And all right, that's what it was. And our last one, yes, that's the room. So now let's go put it in the machine. Where is the closest machine? Let's see. That's the memory board. And
Hello. Me Willie. Me Willie trombone. These discs tell a story. Story about good. Story about bad. These discs are all that are left of the true story. True story of the closing of the third age.
the third age.
Really know that once you know this truth, then you know what to do. Listen, I tell you.
Okay, Willie.
It all starts with Hoborg, a being who had to create because he had to.
He had to.
He make a world full of beauty and wonder. This world,
Good morning, Rogue. How you
the
doing?
Neverhood, a world
Good
where
to
he
see
could
you.
live forever and evermore.
We managed to get all of the discs.
Hoborg thought this world would make him happy, but it make him sad.
Sad.
Walking around his big, beautiful new world make him feel all alone. But then Hoborg get him an idea. He said,
I know. I'll make a friend to enjoy this world with me.
Yes.
Hoborg happy to have a new friend. He named him Clog and welcomed him to the Neverhood.
Everything you see here is yours to enjoy. You and I shall spend all our days here together. With you by my side, I'll make more.
Crown!
No! I mean, no, Clog. This crown is the only thing that you cannot have. I am ruler of this world, the Neverhood, and a ruler needs his crown.
And that's always the way. You tell your kids
Surely
the one
you
thing they
can
can't have
understand
is
that.
this, and what do
Now
they want?
go
They want
and
this.
explore your new home, while I go back to my throne room to plan some more people to make.
So Hoborg go to make more friends. And Clog start thinking bad things.
Bad thing.
Sitting in the throne room, Hoborg start thinking about who he make next.
Huh? What? My crown!
Now, Hoborg, we shall see who rules this world. You cannot rule without a crown.
Clog! No!
No.
I declare myself Clog, ruler of the Neverhood.
Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
I'm done.
Yow! Sheesh! My, this baby packs a wallop. What's this? Frozen solid. It seems this crown does more than give you reign over the Neverhood. It's also your secret to life. What a pity.
Clog right about that. Without his crown, Hoborg stuck in a big, helpless sleep. Ooh, that clog scare me. Things look icky, but maybe hope. Maybe a life seed. Hoborg boo boo with clog. Clog go all stinky bad, but Willie know what to do. Yes. Ooh, me hope Clog no find out about this. Scary. Happy birthday!
Muzzle tough. It's
If
a
you
clay.
watching this, then you do good. Really happy. Now you need this.
That's the last key we
Do
need.
more good. And look out for bad. Really know bad is always where you forget to look. Bye!
All right. All right. We've got to go back to that room. With the purple seat. Purple button for the transporter. Nope, didn't want to turn. Now, can we get in through this door? I haven't tried to get into the door this way. So I may have to go the other direction. Oh, yeah, we can. Doom 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 doom. That's where we want to go. Now, let's take a look. Okay, 12, 9, 10. And that's the sequence of the keys. We've got it written down. So let's see what we can do. Okay, so this key should be in 12. And this key should be in 10. Okay. Okay, another fly trap. We're going to need that. All right, so these two are the ones that do something. Yeah, the mouse is cute. That was the same mouse and cheese that we sucked up through the vacuum. So we've got to pull 2 chains, but we've only got 1 fly trap. Huh. Well, that did it. That'll definitely do it, but now we can't get out.
I'm sorry. Did I frighten you? My name is Clog.
Clog.
Everything you see here is mine to do with as I so desire. And I desire for all of this to be yours to rule. All you have to do is wear the adornment of a king. Yes, the Neverhood crown.
Well, after what it did to
You
you.
know where this baby goes. So let us make our decision, shall we?
Let's see. Someone else popped into chat. Hello there. How are you? Let's see. Likey Dry House? It would help boost my account. Why are you? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ignore you. It's just not very easy to see. When you're playing a game like this, it kind of takes up the full screen, so...
I can wait here as long as you can.
Well, welcome in. And yeah, I'll check out your account, and we'll see what's going on after the stream. All right, so what do we do?
What? What? I know what you're thinking, and you can forget it. Huh? What's that? I promise you will regret this. You are toying with forces for which you know nothing about. Climate, no!
Dunk. All hail.
Asleep so long. Who woke me? What is your name?
Clayman.
He speaks.
Clayman. Yes, of course. Well, stand up, friend. You saved this world and...
Die, you old fool!
You know, I never really understood that guy. Come on, Clayman. We've got a Neverhood to finish. This nursery is where it all starts. So wait here, Clayman, and I'll make you some friends.
Yay! La-di-da. A few hours later. Must have made a lot of friends.
Clayman, wake up.
Clayman, wake up!
That's a lot of friends.
Everybody. This is Clayman. And without his smarts, compassion, and high moral fiber, we wouldn't be here today.
Half a cheer for Clayman!
Not a full cheer, just half a cheer.
It is now time to goof off.
Such a well-made game. You don't see very many games like this. A handmade game. I mean, yeah, they're all handmade, but I mean, this, literally, handmade. All the clay and whatnot. You don't see that nowadays. I think there was a good Wallace and Gromit game that I had, and we may play that one another day. Hey, Willie. And he fixed the robot. Aww.
Man, things are good.
But yeah, there was a Wallace and Gromit game. Let's there we go. Go back to the chat. Say hi to the ladies. I'm going to change our category real quick. Let's see. So we don't get Twitch angry at us. But yeah, there was a Wallace and Gromit game that was claymation as well that I want to check out. I want to put on the stream. I have to find where I put it, though. I've got the discs somewhere. And I prepared a couple of older games. Yeah, the chickens, they are having some fun out there. Oh, they've already knocked over their food. I've got to get a better feeder for them. But we're going to shred up a zucchini for them later and give them a treat. It's not too hot today, so they're not doing too bad. Let's go ahead and just for a little bit, let's just enlarge that so we get a better look. There we go. We'll try to move the camera around a little bit. Good morning, ladies. Oh, that's a little bit too much. The controls on the camera are a little bit squonky. And yeah, we've got to do some cleanup on their yard and help them out a little bit. Put that back where it belongs. There we go. And harvest some grapes. And we've got to get our second critter cam up and running as well. But last night I prepared a couple of other games. I got the one game that Nori suggested, Last Half of Darkness, which turns out was a trilogy that started in 1988. So we'll take a look at that and get that started. Let me go ahead and pop open. I also got a copy of the Oregon Trail, the OG, the game that we all remember. We all went and died of dysentery. Now, there were two different versions I could get. There was one from 1990 and one from 1991 that had slightly better graphics. So I got the one from 91. Yeah, everybody it has a memory of this game, the Oregon Trail, and you see it in the stores. I was at Walmart and I saw this standalone game of the Oregon Trail, and I'm standing there in the middle of the aisle playing on this mini arcade game of the Oregon Trail, and I know that never came out in a console like that, but it was still fun to play, and it brought back memories. So I thought I'd pop it on the desktop here and see if we can play it. If I can get the emulator to run here, something is the matter. It's not popping up. So give me just a second. We'll see what's causing the problem. Probably just a process that's still running in the background here. Yep, there it is. Let's go ahead and end that task and restart it. Where are you? Well, doesn't seem to want to run. So we'll save that one for next time. Probably just need to do a full reboot here. Let's see what other games we've got hanging around. So I've got a couple games hanging around here. I've got FTL, Faster Than Light. And that's a fun little game to play. Let's check that one out for a little bit. And I apologize, but running these games for the first time on the new setup kind of wreaks havoc. Everything's popping around all over the place, and oh, our emulator is actually starting to work. So maybe, just maybe, maybe we can get it running. Okay. Installed. Okay. Let's see. Where did you go? Oregon Trail. There you are. Okay. Now, let's see if we can get the game to play. Yes, there we are. All right. The Oregon Trail. Now, I haven't played this since junior high. Actually, high school. It was high school. This was back 1991. I graduated 92. So, man, memories. Introduction. What was it like to cross 2,000 miles of plains, rivers, and mountains in 1848? The Oregon Trail allows you to relive one of the greatest adventures in American history, the journey taken by thousands of immigrants on the Oregon Trail. It was a long, difficult journey, one that often resulted in failure and death. But for those who succeeded, it led to a new and better life in the rich, fertile Willamette Valley of Oregon. How will you make life and death decisions? How will you cross the rivers? How much and what kind of supplies should you take along? If you run low on provisions, will you be able to hunt or trade to get the food you'll need? Will you overcome the dangers of disease and severe weather? The Oregon Trail poses these and other exciting challenges. If for some reason you don't survive, your wagon burns, thieves steal your oxen, you've run out of provisions, or you die of cholera, don't give up. Unlike the real-life pioneers of 1848, you can try again and again until you succeed and your name is added to the Oregon Trail list of legends. The object of the Oregon Trail is for you to make it all the way from Independence, Missouri, to the Oregon's Willamette Valley. Along the way, you'll have many decisions to make. On the computer screen, you'll see various buttons that you can click with the mouse. Clicking these buttons allows you to perform different functions vital to the success of your journey. For example, clicking on the rations button lets you decide how much food you'll eat along the trail. You'll also see a conditions panel that'll keep you informed of the date, the weather, the current situation of your wagon. Just like the real-life pioneers, you'll have to stay alert and make good decisions if you want to survive. If you make it all the way to the Willamette Valley, you'll receive points based on your current status. If your score is high enough, you'll be added to the list of legends. If you have to stop in the middle of your journey, you can quit and save by going to the options screen so that you can resume the journey at a later time. All right. Let's travel the trail. Welcome to the Oregon Trail. You're about to begin a great adventure, traveling on the Oregon Trail across the rugged landscape of North America. Your covered wagon, pulled by a team of oxen, will travel from Independence, Missouri, to the fertile Willamette Valley of the Oregon Territory. A journey of approximately 2,000 miles. Before you set off on the trail, register your name, the names of your members of your wagon party, and your occupation. After that, you'll need to buy supplies and make other important decisions. Good luck. All right, what should we be? Banker, blacksmith, carpenter, doctor, farmer, merchant, saddle maker, or teacher? Let's put in our name. Uppity mouse. All right, so we have Mary, Beth, Ann, and Zeke. I think we will be a farmer. And starting cash. So different professions get more money to start with, special advantages, and a bonus. So a farmer gets $400. The oxen are less likely to get sick and die, which is good. And the final bonus is ×3. So this is a more difficult road, but your oxen are more healthy. Blacksmith and carpenters can repair the wagons. Merchants don't get a special advantage, but they get a lot of money. And doctors, sick or injured people are less likely to die, so that's always good. And bankers start with the most money. Saddle makers and teachers don't get a bonus. I think either farmer or blacksmith? Let's see. How much do they start with? Blacksmith, carpenter, they start with 800. Farmers start with 4. Let's go with blacksmith. All right. Matt's General Store. We need a team of ox. We need bullets, clothing, and we need food. Yeah, definitely we need food. Let's buy. Well, yeah, we need to buy them, but how do we buy them? Let's see. Matt can give you a pretty good advice about what to buy. I recommend at least 6 oxen to pull your wagon, and you'll need plenty of flour, sugar, bacon, coffee, and other food types. I suggest you start out with at least 200 pounds of food for each person in your party. Okay. You'll need good warm clothing, especially for the mountains. I recommend taking 2 sets of clothes per person. You'll need ammunition. Each box contains 20 bullets. Finally, you might want to take along a spare wagon parts. Wagon wheels, axles, tongues are liable to break along the way. If you're unable to repair a broken wagon, you'll be in big trouble. This is true. Let's see. So we need 6 oxen. And there are, let's see, 5 people in our party. So 10 sets of clothes. There are 20 bullets in each box. Let's get 100. Well, let's get 10 boxes. That'll give us 200 bullets. Spare wagon parts. And 200 pounds of food for each person. £1,000 of food. All right, and we've still got some money left over, so let's buy that. You need to decide when to set off on the trail. If you leave too early, there won't be much grass for your oxen to eat. You may encounter some very cold weather and late spring snowstorms. But if you leave too late, you may not get to Oregon before winter, which can be very dangerous. If you leave at just the right time, there will be green grass for the most part, mild weather. So we don't want to leave too late. So we should probably leave April or May. Let's leave in May. May 1st, 1848. You've started down the trail with 6 oxen, 10 sets of clothes, 200 bullets, 3 wagon wheels, 3 wagon axles, 3 wagon tongues, and 1,000 pounds of food, and 270 bucks. All right. This was one of those educational games that they marketed to the schools. We loved, I wouldn't say we loved to play the game, but we loved interacting with the computer because it was a new thing for the school. I had a computer growing up. Probably got our computer when I was 10. And I learned about programming and the fun things that the computer could do. I had a Texas Instruments 994A home computer, and it took cartridges just like an Atari would. You'd plug it into the side, and yeah, I learned how to program in BASIC on that thing, and we played games, my sister and I. It was something. It was something. It was a whole new world of things. We had Car Wars, which was basically like a Pac-Man game that you would play against someone else, and you'd race around the track trying not to crash into each other, or trying to, depending upon what you do. Amazing, which was a cat and mouse game where you were the mouse and you'd go through the maze to get the cheese. Let's see. It's warm weather, distance to landmarks traveled, so we're just setting out here. We don't need to trade. Who should we talk to? Better to take extra sets of clothing, trade them to Indians for fresh vegetables. That's a good idea. Fish or meat. It'll be worth hiring an Indian guide at a river crossing. Expect to pay them. They're sharp traders, not easily cheated. All right. So let's buy some extra clothing then. Let's see. Nobody's got 2 sets of clothing to spare. Okay, no problem. Did you read the Missouri Republican today? Says some folks start for Oregon without carrying spare parts. Not even an extra wagon axle. Must think they grow on trees. Hope they're lucky enough to find an abandoned wagon. All right, so we are in Independence. Our status is all good. Our rations are good. Let's go buy 2 more sets of clothing for the Indians. Okay. And let's get on our way. We'll start at a steady pace. And we're off. Oregon Trail. And we're coming up on a stream here. Okay, the Kansas River crossing. May 1st. We've reached the Kansas River crossing. So what do? We need to ford the river. The Kansas River is a tributary to the Missouri. It is approximately 170 miles long. Its width and depth vary depending upon the amount of recent rain or snowmelt. Where the Oregon Trail crosses the Kansas River, the average width is 620 feet, and its usual depth in the middle is about 4 feet. Be sure to check the present conditions when you get there. Options. Yep, we don't need those. We need to make a decision. How do we ford the river? Okay. You must cross the river to continue. The river is currently 624 feet wide and 4 foot deep. Yeah, we can take a ferry. We've got $5. You choose to take a ferry across the river. Ferry is the safe bet, so that's good. You made it safely across the river. And we're moving. Yeah, this was the version that I played in high school. But I also remember the other version as well, the more black and white type, more of a DOS feel to it. We've reached Big Blue River crossing. The Big Blue River is a tributary to the Kansas River, which in turn is a tributary to the Missouri. It is approximately 300 miles long. Further to the south and west is the Little Blue River, which links up with the Big Blue at Blue Rapids. You'll cross the Big Blue north of the rapids, allowing you to avoid the Little Blue River altogether. Good. Warm, what's our status? We're all good still. And it's only 2.5 feet deep, so we're going to ford the river. We don't need to float it. We should just be able to ford it. Okay. You made it across the river, but all of your supplies got wet. Oh, no. They'll dry out, hopefully. What's our status? Good, 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 good. And we're right here. And we're continuing. And we're coming across the settlement. Fort Kearny. Fort Kearny is a U.S. Army post established in 1848 near the Platte River. It garrisons cavalry troops who protect settlers and travelers along the Oregon Trail. It was named for General Stephen Watts Kearny, often spelled Kearney, who died in 1848 after helping to establish law and order in the region and serving in the Mexican War. We don't need to trade, but let's talk some. The game is still plentiful along here, but it's getting harder to find. With so many overlanders, I don't expect it to last more than a few years. Folks shoot game for sport, take a small piece, and let the rest rot in the sun. Why would you do that? You don't waste it like that. All right, let's rest for a day. Make sure everybody's feeling good. And then much do you want to eat? Well, what's our status? Are we all doing good here? We've got 735 pounds of food. Okay. Let's maybe hunt. Hunting is not allowed near the fort. Too many people. Okay. Let's continue. All right, the hunting mini game. We've got our... Got him. Buffalo. I think we've got enough food there. You shot 358 pounds of food and used 5 bullets, but you were only able to carry 200 pounds back of food back. Okay, well, we've got 200 more pounds of food. And we're back up to 920, so that's good. That's good. And we're traveling. Just Anna has broken an arm. Oh no, Anna! We found some wild fruit. I got Mama Mouse a t-shirt that says, "Get in, loser. We're gonna go die of dysentery." It's got the Oregon Trail wagon on it. Chimney Rock is an important landmark on the Oregon Trail. It's a spectacular natural formation of solid rock and can be seen from miles around. In fact, you can see it for a whole day as you approach it and for another whole day as you leave it behind. If you don't see it at all within a week or so after leaving Fort Kearny, you've probably strayed too far off the trail. All right. Let's check our status. Anna's got a broken arm. Let's rest a day. Give Anna a chance to mend that arm. And we'll continue. Oh, we're coming up on a fort. You took the wrong trail. Well, how do we... No grass for the ox, no water. Fort Laramie. Fort Laramie is a U.S. Army post near the junction of the North Platte and Laramie Rivers. Originally called Fort William, it was founded as a fur trading post in 1834. It was renamed for Jacques Laramie, a French trapper who worked in the region in the earlier in the century. Fort Laramie is an important stop for resting and getting supplies along the trail. Do we need anything? What's our status? Anna's still got a broken arm, so we could... Can we see a doctor? How much food do we have? 500 or so. Pawnee are the mortal enemies of the Sioux. I would not hesitate to kill any Pawnee I met, but I have never killed a white man. All I ask from the white man is to leave me alone and to leave my buffalo alone. Okay. Let's rest a day. Warm weather, distance to landmark, no water. Our status, still broken arm, there. Oh, I'm going to stretch. Going to check, make sure everything is okay here. All right, everything's looking good. Okay. All right, what is this? Independence Rock. Independence Rock is an important landmark and a resting place along the Oregon Trail. It's a large natural formation, almost 200 feet tall, and made of soft stone into which many travelers and traders have carved their names, initials, or brief message. It gets its name from the fact that in order to stay on schedule, travelers try to reach it no later than the 4th of July, Independence Day. Okay. Well, it is July 7th, so we're not too far off. Our status is poor, so we're going to rest and we're going to rest for a day. Our status is poor. How do we get better status? No butter or cheese or fresh fruit since Fort Laramie. Bless me, but I'd rather have my larder full of food back east than have our names carved on that rock. Well, 'tis a sight for more cheery than all my graves. Well, 'tis a sight more cheery than all my graves, all the graves we passed. Okay. Alrighty then. Let's go. Mary was bitten by a snake. Oh, come on. End our hunting there. Brought back 95 pounds of food, used 2 bullets. If you continue to hunt this area, game will be scarce. Okay, yeah. Status, stink bite. Need to rest for a day because we got a snake bite. All right, and we're traveling. I don't know if Mary's going to make it. Anna's got a fever. Yeah, I think Anna's gonna go. Anna's gone, I think. Wagon health is fair. No grass. Anna's well again. Oh, well, that's good. Anna pulled through. You took a wrong trail. Okay. What's our status? 100 pounds of food. We need to hunt. Okay. Well, it didn't leave too much behind, so that's good. Wagon delayed. The South Pass. South Pass is a valley that cuts through the Rocky Mountains. At their highest point, the Continental Divide, it makes the halfway point of your journey to Oregon. After the South Pass, the trail splits. If you're short on supplies, you should head for Fort Brigger. But if you don't need supplies, you may want to take a short route and go directly to the Green River. I think we're going to go to the forts. We're going to go buy supplies. Zeke got lost. Zeke, what are you doing? Oh, we got to go find Zeke. Let's hunt again. Oh. Nope. These rabbits or something. Got him. We'll end there. And we got 190 pounds of food. So that's good. Okay. Status is we've got 380 pounds. And we're all fair. Good. We're all in fair health. So we'll go to the fort. We'll buy some food. And we will rest for a day. Anna's bitten by another snake. She's got to stop playing with snakes. Fort Bridger is a U.S. Army post, although it was founded in 1843 by a fur trader, Scout John Brigger. As a trading post and a way station, it's an important stop along the Oregon Trail where travelers can rest, buy supplies, obtain information about the next stretch of the journey. A little over 100 miles to the southwest is a recent Mormon settlement of Salt Lake City. Those darn Mormons. Fun fact, Brigham Young, when he was traveling, was very sick, and he was at Harley Summit, looking out on the range before him, and he saw water. And he was so sick and tired of traveling. He said, "This is the place." He didn't realize that that water was salt water and not fit for drinking at all. But he decided that that's where they were going to settle because there was water. Probably not the best place to settle all of your people. But they went down the canyon into the valley and started Salt Lake City. You have reached Fort Brigger. Oh no, I pressed the wrong button. I was gonna buy food. Oh well, we will hunt. Only able to carry 200 pounds back. All right, let's continue. We have fair snake bite, 490 pounds. Okay, we're doing pretty good. Pretty good. No grass for the oxen. Let's hunt again. Got to keep our food supplies up. A lot of game. Okay. 296 pounds. We can carry 200 back. So 645. We'll hunt again. Got him. Got you, you little bugger. £2, one bullet. I really like rabbit meat. One of the things that we do here, or have done, along with our chickens, is raise rabbits. We don't have any currently, but we do raise them. They're an excellent source of meat and fertilizer. So, taught my kids how to raise the rabbits, how to butcher them, prepare them, clean them, and take care of them. One of the best sausages I made was a rabbit sausage. Very yummy. Put a little bit of bacon in with it, mince it all up. Very delicious. Okay, Beth is well again. What's our status? Broken leg. Mary's got a broken leg. Mary, you got to stop playing with snakes. Stop playing around. This is serious business. We're on the Oregon Trail here. You've lost the trail. Mary got sick and died. Oh, Mary. Mary didn't make it. Poor Mary. Deceased. Off to that Oregon Trail in the sky. Okay. We've reached the Green River crossing. The Green River is a tributary to the Colorado River, flowing south from the Continental Divide along a twisted, rugged path. It's estimated to be more than 700 miles in length. It's navigable only at high water, and even then it's extremely dangerous. You must cross it before proceeding west on the Oregon Trail, so be very careful. Okay. Let's can't by there. All right. How are we going to do this? We've got some money. We can take a ferry. Made it safely across the river. Let's hunt. Keep our food stocks high. Okay. 318 pounds of food, use 4 bullets. Only able to carry back 200 pounds. Yes, we know. What's our status? Everyone is fair except for Mary. Mary is dearly departed. Zeke has a broken arm now. Can't these people just stay in the wagon? September 7th, no grass. Oh, what's this? No water. Is this a lake? Anna is suffering from exhaustion. Anna got sick and died. Well, that was quick. I didn't even have a chance to stop and rest. All right, looks like it's just going to be Beth, Zeke, me. Let's rest for a day. How much rations we got? We should hunt. Got him. 52 pounds of food. That's all we got. Let's go hunting again. Need more food. Squirrel. I have never eaten squirrel. Funny thing, I've had bear. I've had snake, deer, elk. I've even had moose. But I've never had squirrel or raccoon or okay, Soda Springs. Soda Springs is an important landmark and stopping off point along the trail. It gets its name from the alkaline sodium mineral springs you find there. Some travelers separate from the Oregon Trail at this point and head southwest to California. Others wait until they get to Fort Hall before going on the California Trail. So I think we'll rest for a day. Check our status. Fair, broken arm. Okay. We have 398 pounds of food. What about you guys? You ever had any interesting foods? Anything out of the ordinary? Things that other people might turn their nose up at? Fort Hall. Fort Hall is an outpost on the banks of the Snake River. It was originally a fur trading post founded by Nathaniel Wyeth. Nathaniel Wyeth in 1834. Later, it was bought by the Hudson Bay Company. Ever since, it has served as an important stop along the Oregon Trail where immigrants can rest and buy supplies. Some travelers turn southwest at this point to head for California. Let's see what we can buy. $204 $40. Let's buy 100 pounds of food. Okay, we're resting. Status is poor. Beth's got cholera. We can't go if Beth's got cholera. We're going to have to rest again. Let's rest for 2 days. See if she gets better. Still got cholera. We'll rest for another day and see if she gets better. It is September 30th, 1848, October 1st. Beth is well again. All right, we can continue. Beth is sick with typhoid. Oh my goodness. Zeke is well again. Bad water. No water. No grass. Probably should have started in April. Beth is well again. Good. The trail is impassable. Well, that's not good. I'm going to have to turn around. No water. Oh, coming up on a river. A fire in your wagon destroyed 43 bullets, 2 wagon wheels, and 2 wagon axles. Beth is suffering from exhaustion. We're going to rest. Heavy fog. Is she better? Exhaustion. So let's rest again for another day. Still exhausted. Let's hunt. Nope. Missed. Oh. There we go. Snake River Crossing. After leaving Fort Hall, the trail follows the Snake River for hundreds of miles. The Snake River gets its name from the way it twists and turns through the rugged country, sometimes through steep gorges, but the trail is fairly flat, though dry and desolate, near the river, which makes wagon travel possible. Crossing the Snake River, however, can be very dangerous. Okay. Had a hard time reading that for some reason. Hire an Indian to help for 3 sets of clothes. I think we can do that. I mean, since 2 of our people died and they don't need the clothes anymore. Made it safely across. Dang it, Beth. We had a wagon wheel break, but we're able to fix it. Bad water, Beth died. Just me and you, Zeke. Me and you, buddy. Don't die on me, Zeke. Stick with me, boy. All my ladies are dead. Just me and Zeke. Zeke has cholera. Zeke's gonna die. We're all gonna die of dysentery. Goodness, Zeke died of cholera. Yep. No grass for the oxen. My whole party's dead. TPK. Fort Boise was built by the Hudson Bay Company in 1834 as a fur trading outpost. Its name comes from the French word Boise meaning wooded. That's because there are lots of trees here. Unlike the dry region of the Snake River Plain to the east, an important stop in the Oregon Trail, it stands on the banks of the Boise River, a tributary to the Snake River. Just me, 300 pounds of food, 6 ox. One wagon wheel, one wagon axle, 3 wagon tongues. Well, let's continue. I'll rest for a day. My health is poor, or fair, rather. Fair or poor? Fair. Okay. And we'll hunt. Gotcha. Be very, very quiet. Okay. All right. 3 bullets, 225 pounds of food. I was only able to carry back 100 pounds because Zeke died. Zeke, you done left me all alone. Mary's dead. Beth is dead. They're all gone to the great beyond. Rough Trail. It's November 13th. Rough Trail. No grass. Probably going to die in the winter. Let's pick up the pace a little. Trail is impassable. Just want to make sure we're in the right category here. All right, we're in the right category now. You've reached the Grand Rhone in the Blue Mountains. The Grand Rhone, French for Great Ring, is a river that runs roughly parallel to the Blue Mountains. The Oregon Trail crosses through the Grand Rhone River Valley just before the mountains. Grand Rhone Valley is noted for its beauty and greatly appreciated by immigrants as a sign that their long journey is nearly at an end. Well, the trail divides here. Which way will you go? Well, head to Fort Walla Walla, buy supplies. Don't really need supplies. Do I? Not really. And it's just me, so let's take a shortcut. December 2nd. Took the wrong trail. This was a long cut. And we're coming up on the Dales. You've reached the Dales. The Dales is the chief embarkation point for rafts heading down the California River towards the Willamette Valley. It was named by French fur trappers who likened the deep stony river gorge to a huge gutter. In French, the word Dales can refer to gutters or flagstones. Immigrants to Oregon often stop here to rest and trade before rafting down the Columbia. Which way do we want to go? Raft down the river or take the Barlow Toll Road? Let's raft. Decide to go rafting. Let's get information. The final leg of your journey is a trip down the Columbia River, beginning at the Dales and ending at the Willamette Valley, where the Willamette River flows into the Columbia. You've built a raft and loaded your wagon, supplies, and oxen aboard. Use your mouse to steer the raft down the river. You can steer to the left and right by moving the mouse in those directions. Moving the mouse up and down and clicking has no effect. The Columbia River is very rough in spots with lots of rocks. There's been a lot of rain recently. The river level is higher and the rocks won't be as much of a problem. But if there hasn't been much rain, which is common since Eastern Oregon is a dry region, you'll see more rocks in the river. Try to avoid these rocks. If your raft hits a rock, it may be damaged and you may lose some supplies. Your raft may even tip over or be destroyed and lives may be lost. Well, I'm the only one left, so we shall see. Begin rafting. Okay, let's stay in the middle here, kind of. Avoid these rocks. No, 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 don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. Go over here. More rocks. Doing good so far. Got to avoid. This isn't so bad. Pulling up on shore. Congratulations, you've reached the Willamette Valley. All alone. You arrived December 13th, 1848, received the following number of points. One person arriving in good health. 500 points. 1 wagon, 50 points. 6 oxen, 24. 5 spare wagon parts, 10. 11 sets of clothing, 22. 170 bullets, 3 points. 296 pounds of food, 11 points. $200 divided by 540. All right. Blacksmith bonus times 2. Our total score is 1320. Please enter your name. Papa D Mouse. Yay! One person made it. Goodness. Oh, quite the game. Yeah. I made it. I don't think I made it more than once or twice back in high school. But seems most of the time we had to leave the game because the period had ended and had to go back to class or whatnot. And of course, you never got to save your game because there were only so many computers that everyone used. So if you did save the game, it was gone by the time you came back. But let's see. And we were going to try the last half of Darkness. This was the game that Norris suggested. And it was released December 31st, 1988. Soft Lab Laboratories. It's an adventure game. It's a short game. We'll give it a go. And the one Norris suggested was 1992. Let's see. We'll start the game. We'll do the VGA release. And it's going to show up on screen. Let's see. Where is the game? Trying to get OBS to see the game here. Well, maybe I just need to let me try to create another one. Let's see, window capture. There we go. Okay. All right. The last half of Darkness 2 contains. Oh, this is an ad. Okay. Select input device. We are going to go for mouse. Sound output. Speaker. Soundmaster 2. Let's go with C. Speed of the game. Wow, how far we've come. The last half of Darkness, VGA. Lower that down a little so we're not blowing out our eardrums. Okay. Inventory, exits, front yard. Okay. The moonlight of a full moon illuminates the front of this ghostly mansion as a strong breeze causes the strange and eerie looking trees to brush up against the house. There's a light on in the attic. Better check it out. There's a light over at the Frankenstein place. Okay. Commands. Examine. Go. Let's go. Refer to the exit map for all the possible exits. Reposition the cursor inside the exit box. Okay. Memories of your aunt haunt you as you stand on this weather-beaten, creepy old porch. Thoughts of her rocking in a rocking chair fill your head as you can almost hear the sounds of the porch creak with each rock. Okay. The house. Can't walk through the door. Well, what do I do? Let's examine the door. The door is made of strong oak wood and the knob has tarnished through the years of use. Can we open the door? We can. Door's already open. Let's speak. Anybody home? Your words go unnoticed. Kind of thought that's what would happen. So let's go. Yeah. Dust fills this hall as sheets once used to protect dust from ruining the furniture. Dust fills this hall as sheets once used to protect dust from ruining the furniture now need protection themselves. Old paintings and antique fixtures decorate the hall with a grand staircase leading up into the darkness. Let's examine the clock. It's an old-time grandfather clock. Too bad it doesn't keep time anymore. Probably just needs to be wound. The old sheet covers the chair. Stairs twist into darkness. Well, let's go up the stairs. This upstairs hallway provides access to 4 doors, of which behind each is unknown. The floorboards creak beneath your feet as you stand in decision of the door to be open. Okay, well, let's open this door. And probably need to go in there. Bedroom. An antique closet stands in the middle of this ghostly room, adding to its old English style decor. The walls are covered with paintings and pictures containing memories of your aunt and her friends. Okay, so this is my aunt's house. Okay, let's examine picture. Picture resembles a ghost, probably one of your aunt's friends. This is a silhouette of your aunt, and this plaque contains a pressed leaf. Nothing on the nightstand. The bed looks very soft. Antique closet must be worth a fortune. Let's open it. And examine what's inside. It's empty. So it doesn't seem to be anything else. Let's examine the rug. Maybe. Tipperary mosaic. Okay. The bathroom contains a full-size shower stall and a basin with a chrome faucet. The full moon casts its light through the open window onto the left side of the room, creating an eerie effect on the walls. Does the shower work? Nothing happened. Let's see if we can operate the sink. The water won't shut off. Marble sink contains a faucet labeled cold. Let's examine the window. Moonlight shines through the window. All right, so we've been through that door. Let's open this one. This antique bed provides evidence that this room is probably habited by a female. An antique mirror sits on the two-drawer dresser located on the left side of the room. Strange paintings and pictures decorate the walls of family members unknown to you. Just another one of your aunt's friends. You look in the mirror only to find you haven't any reflection. The mirror is probably just not working today. So, am I a vampire? I don't have a reflection. Dresser contains two drawers. Let's open them. And examine. There's a book. Let's take whatever that is. You can't take that. Why not? Oh, I want to examine. The box is locked. So we need a key. Okay, let's open the far door. Door's already open. Let's go to it. And now it looks like, there we go. That's better. Let's examine this room. Dresser contains several empty drawers. You could sleep for days in the bed. Nice early horror game. Not much of a story yet, but we will see. It's too hard to see the painting. It's covered with cobwebs and dust. The window gives complete view of the estate. The dresser contains several empty drawers, so that's all empty. There's not much in this room. So let's try the last door. It's locked. So we need 2 keys here, apparently. One for the box, one for the door. It's got to be something else in here. Maybe we just missed it. The water is on. There's nothing else here. Nothing was damaged, so we can't hit. Let's try this door again. So the doors are closing behind us, apparently. Let's just open them all. Is there anything else here? This room is probably the darkest in the house. It contains a strange painting located above the bed, of which its lines are too hard to examine from this distance. Well, can we get closer? Can't get closer. Is there anything under the bed? Can we do that? Empty drawers, empty drawers. So plant is almost dead. This dead plant once bloomed the rare Gigi flower. Can't take that, can't take that. And the doors are closed again. Your memory fails you at the moment. You are almost sure another door was opened here. So we need a key. Maybe we need to search outside the house. Oh, another room. Okay. Let's examine. Dusty sheet protects an old chair. Old war relics from World War II. Just another fish your uncle caught. A picture your aunt took while vacationing in Hawaii. Fireplace hasn't been used in years. The flag looks like it's from the 16th century. Doorway leads to the kitchen. Let's go to the kitchen. Some real quality made cabinetry, although the hinges look a little rusty. Let's open it up and see. A key. So let's take the key. Does it go to the box? Operate key. Key doesn't unlock the box. Okay, so the key is probably for the door upstairs. Sink is filled with dust and cobwebs. The faucet knob is labeled cold. Does that work still? The water won't turn off. There are millions of tiny cuts and scrapes engraved on the table's surface. So let's go. Ooh, what is that? Cobwebs cover the shelves of this dust-bearing pantry. Its walls bare of wallpaper, and its ceiling stained with dried water from the upstairs bathroom. The old tattered doors stuck, allowing the musty smell to escape into the prevailing air. So what is this? Let's examine it. Box of matches. It's closed. Okay. Okay. What do we have here? Dining room. Memories of your aunt remind you of the haunting celebrations once held in this room. Strange sightings once seen from this glass window send shivers up your back as memories haunt you from long ago. You hear a loud scream in the distance. Ooh, a scream. Let's examine suit of armor. A middle-aged knight statue stands in the dining room. Flags give a festive touch to this room. This shiny serving platter cover is the only thing that separates you from what might be food. Whoa! Did you hear a loud scream in the distance? Yeah, I saw that thing fly up. Shield depicts a symbolic lion. The spear probably belonged to a Mojave tribe. Only a quality craftsman could have forged steel this strong. Its handle is made from solid gold. Portrait of a wizard practicing his skills. Okay. That's where we were. This mirror gives a reflection of the dried sticks. The vase contains some dried sticks. Okay. This hall presents you with three choices into the unknown, two of which contain solid oakwood doors. It is here that the strongest of the prevailing presence of your late aunt surrounds your senses. Okay. So we got three doors in front of us. What to do? We have an open door, oakwood, and more oakwood. Let's infested with termites. That's good. Door's hinges are tarnished. Doorway leads to a small nursery. Let's go to the nursery Whoa. Shining, anyone? Yeah. It was in this room 100 years ago tonight that your two great 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 grand cousins were murdered by a vampire. Some still believe that their presence still exists in this very room. Okay. Printing of a rose lies within the center of this gold frame. It's hard to make out, a wizard perhaps. Playing a game of patty cake. So are they spirits, ghosts? Duh! The little girls were angered by the presence of an adult. One girl jumps at you with a sharp dagger and begins to stab continuously until the blood is drained from your body. Would you like to play again? Wow. That was a fun little game. No, we're not going to play again right now. That was something, huh? It was a short little game. It was meant to be shareware. Shareware is a term that's not used anymore, but it was meant to be an introduction for the second game, which we'll play next time. And if you liked the shareware, you registered the game, sent them a check, and they sent you the full version of the second game. But shareware is, let's see, how to explain it. Share was a preview of a game, more like a demo that they would give away for free. It would often come in magazines. You'd get a diskette or a floppy disk in a magazine, later on CD, and you'd play the game. That's how I got my first copy of Hexen and Quake, was through shareware. id Software put out a diskette with shareware versions of all of those games, and it I forget where exactly I managed to find the disc or how I obtained it, but I remember loading it up and playing it, just having fun. Goodness. All right. Let's take a look again at Our Ladies. See how they're doing. How are my critters doing? They're all chilling there. Sun's come out, so they're probably a little bit warmer than they were, but they seem to be having some fun. Let's see if we can pan around a little bit here. There we go. Hello, ladies. They're at their watering hole, just having fun, relaxing. Chicken butt. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming. I've got some work I've got to take care of around here, and